Hello, my name is Okelo Moses. Today I'm so delighted to connect with you as I share with you my personal story and the journey that I've been walking as I serve God in the ministry and at Growth Care Uganda. And I'm married to Harriet Okelo. God has blessed us with 3 children, Ezra, Rhoda, and Priscilla. And they are all wonderful kids that God bless us with. But my journey started with a lot of hardship as a child, because I was born in a family of 9 children, and of the 9 children, I am the last born. My father was a local church pastor, but as a local church pastor, he struggled a lot to make ends meet. I was one of the most affected children as I kept on dropping out of school. I had to do all kind of hard businesses, including making bricks, selling things around roadsides, carrying them on my head around local business areas, just to raise school fees. But I had a very big inspiration, especially because my family got to know God. When my father became a born again and started serving God, he was so determined to ensure that we stay at school, regardless whether we have money or not. But that did not go so easily as we thought. There were a lot of sacrifices, a lot of tears, a lot of moments of giving up almost, because schools knew that we were defaulters of paying school fees. All the time we were sent away from school, and with a lot of other family hardship. But every time we would call on the name of God, a window and hope would always come. We would do farming and do all sorts of things. And with time, I was able to keep moving from one level to another of my education until I made it at a degree level, at a bachelor level. After making it to a bachelor level, I had a strong reflection and conviction on how to help other young people and community members who are failing to make it in school. And my first job was to work with Compassion International projects in Uganda, where I served as a child development officer. Serving there helped me to serve and give back to children. And I fell in love with children. I started serving children, started inspiring them, sharing my personal story of struggles, of not giving up, and always keeping focus, loving God, and keeping focus in working hard. That alone helped so many young people to start seeing hope where they had no hope. Later in life, as I kept on working from one place to another, we got the inspiration when we were serving God, moving in the community. I got a child who was almost dying out of malnutrition. Having learned about his story, I decided to pick this kid, bring him to the hospital, and work with the colleagues and friends who love the Lord to meet the medical needs of this kid. But later in life, we started meeting many similar conditions and started trying to help them, only to realize that God was calling us to serve in a ministry. And at that time, that's when we started a ministry called Child Rescue Ministry, which is now later rebranded to be called Growth Care Uganda. Over the years, we realized that the needs are many. We started meeting the health needs of our children, and this health need, that's where we are providing nutrition, we are treating children taken to the hospital, we are caring for the mothers, and we decided to start a children and women's hospital where nutrition and child needs and mother's needs are going to be met. This is a project which is ongoing. Thank God that most of you guys have been part of this, what God is doing. Of course, we also decided to take care of doing the education needs, supporting children to access education. That is why we are doing child sponsorship programming. And so many of you have been sponsoring kids, and I'm so grateful that so many lives are being changed through this. Of course, we have got other young people who have dropped out of school. They cannot continue anymore, and we are empowering them through economic empowerment programs. These economic empowerment programs includes baking, we have got tailoring or sewing, we have got graphic design, we have got those who are doing metal bending and fabrication. And of course, this is to ensure that our young people have got a source of livelihood sustainably. And the other program we have got is also called spiritual development. This is where we're having community discipleship program, where we train people to understand the Bible, and we support them to acquire Bibles in the local language. This has been a powerful tool of transforming community where so many people, Bibles have reached so many hands, and right now also we have many other people who have signed up for this. And we are so grateful that you have been part of the people making a difference in providing the Bibles. So, with all this programming and what has been happening, you may ask, where do you want to go? Yes, we are still believing God to help us transform our lives. One, through completing the project of the hospital. And the hospital, like you would see, it is right now remaining basically equipping it with necessary facilities. We need the laboratory equipments, we need the maternity equipment, we need the beds for the children, and all these other equipments to ensure that it takes off. And of course, we will need to support the human resource. We need doctors. At the beginning, we may not have all the resources to sustain a doctor. Our desire is that if somebody can help us support a doctor at the beginning, later as we get to stabilize, we will be able to support them by ourselves. And other things, of course, we want to have a vocational training center for youth economic empowerment. This vocational training center will enable us to provide more skills and give space for these young people to be equipped on a regular basis. And we still continue praying that the God open door for more leadership training. Of course, we would even look for a Bible training center where pastors and people who love the Word of God, and a resource center that can enable them understand the Word of God. It has been our desire that we serve people, but all this has been possible because of you who have been supporting our initiatives, who have been working with us. You have always been like a godsend, and I am so grateful today. May God bless you, and may God continue to use you to make a difference in the lives of so many people as we serve God together. God bless you.